So why should you be looking to buy an NFT, and is it actually worth it? What is going on, guys? It's your boy Josh Sanchez here with another YouTube video, and in this video we're going to be talking about some of the risks, right, when buying an actual NFT, and to find out if it's actually worth your time and money to be invested in the NFT space. So with that being said, let's roll the introduction and I'll see you guys on the other side. So recently I've been looking a lot into NFTs. I've actually been investing into NFTs myself, getting more familiar with the NFT space, right? Buying on different networks like Polygon, Ethereum, so on and so forth, right? And I've come to learn so far that it is extremely easy for someone brand new, right, who's looking to get into NFTs, actually lose a lot of money. So I wanted to create this video to kind of help you guys prepare yourselves so that if you are looking to get into NFTs, you have somewhat of an idea of what it is you want to be looking for to make sure that you are not getting robbed or just throwing your money into something that is not going to bring you no type of return whatsoever. So let's talk about the first and most obvious risk of all, right? And that is pretty much knowing the fact that you can literally create an NFT out of anything on the internet. Now, why is that a good thing and why is it a bad thing? Well, it could be a good thing because obviously that provides a lot of opportunities for artists and people who are very talented, right, to be able to sell very incredible pieces online, right? Because remember, NFTs are non-fungible tokens. Like I broke down on my previous video, I go all in depth about what NFTs are and how they work. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to check it out. I'll put the link on the video to the video on the description below. But like I was saying before, guys, because you can create an NFT out of pretty much anything, right? That's another way of saying that yes, there are a lot of bad tokens out there. So the idea is for you to be able to avoid buying bad tokens that are either going to disappear on you or are just not going to bring you any sort of return whatsoever. Because I want you guys to look at it like this, right? Think of it like, let's say you buy a limited edition, right, designer shoe, okay? And in your eyes, it's limited edition, it's a designer shoe, right? So therefore, you're buying that pair of shoes thinking that there's a limited amount of copies that exist. But then you later find out when you want to, let's say, sell the shoe, right? You want to resell that pair of shoes. You later come to find out that not only was that pair of shoes that you bought, not only were they fake, right? They were not limited edition, right? And you come to find out that they have absolutely no value versus how much you paid to get those shoes, right? So that's pretty much, I guess you could say the bad side of NFTs is, again, you could be out there buying a lot of junk and not necessarily knowing what it is that you're getting yourself into. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I actually look for when I'm looking to buy an actual NFT. And if you guys are not already familiar with the website OpenSea.io, I recommend you guys go ahead and click the link on the description so you can check out that website. It is one of the most used, if not the most used website where you're able to not only buy NFTs but also sell them. Okay, so make sure you check that out. Also, if you have not already hit the like button or the subscribe button, make sure that you do so you can always get updates and notifications on when I'm dropping a new video. But let's go ahead and switch to the screen here, and I'm going to share with you guys exactly what it is that I look for when buying an NFT on the OpenSea platform. All right, so here we are on OpenSea.io. Like I told you guys before, this is the website that I've been using to buy and sell NFTs, right? And by the way, they actually recently released their OpenSea mobile app. So whether you have Android or an iPhone, you can download the app to look at your collection or to even buy and sell NFTs. It's actually really cool. So I definitely recommend you guys do that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just quickly take a look at the marketplace. Normally when you go to OpenSea.io and you go to the marketplace, you guys are gonna see a whole list of NFTs that are being either sold for auction or NFTs that you can, buy for a fixed amount. So let's go ahead and go on the left-hand side. You'll typically see the options, the filters here on the left. So let's say you want to look for NFTs that you can actually buy right now. Then that will actually update the screen and you will see a list of NFTs that you can purchase now. When I'm looking to purchase an NFT, some of the things that I like to look at, or the first thing that I look at, is the individual seller's account, right? I like to look at the seller's account because I want to know if this is somebody that I can trust when it comes to being a client, right? To being a customer, someone that I can purchase from. This one's actually pretty cool because this person here, right, Crypto, has 54 items, but they have over 490 owners to the 54 items. Now, how is that possible? Well, it's really simple. See, they can have 54 items, but maybe they've minted 1,000 copies of each item, if that makes sense. So now we look at the floor price, right? Less than 0.01, which means that this account, this seller, has a lot of NFTs that are probably going for $1, if not less. Now we look at the volume traded, it's not a lot, right? If we're being honest, it's not a lot, but because there's a lot more owners and there are items and we have 0.34 in Ethereum being traded, what that's telling me is that this person, and we also look at the floor price, that's telling me is that this account was created to flip NFTs. So the seller here, their focus is to flip NFTs nonstop, and they most likely have people buying their NFTs for, let's say, $2, $3 a pop, and reselling it for, let's say, $5, $6, $10, so on and so forth, right? So you will come across a lot of accounts just like this. And for those of you listening who are looking to actually learn how to flip NFTs, then you want to be more involved in accounts like this, where, again, you have a lot of owners, not that many items, and the floor price is as low as it can possibly be, right? But you also want to take into account that if there is no volume traded, even if they have a few amount of items and a lot of owners, if there's no volume being traded in that account, that means that there's no transactions going through, which means that you would be wasting your time and money, most likely, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at another account here, right? They have 1.9 thousand items, right? And 11 owners. The floor price here is a little higher, and it makes sense because the volume traded is 1.4 Ethereums. That means that this seller has a lot of NFTs, but the reason why they most likely don't have a lot of owners is because their price range for their NFTs is probably a little higher than someone who would be putting up, let's say, $200 or $300 to purchase an NFT, right? So you're probably looking at a few $1,000s here, right? 500 to 1,000, so on and so forth for NFTs. So that's another thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys, as far as kind of, getting an idea of whether this is a seller that you want to purchase from or not. But now I want to go over one last thing with you guys, and that is verified accounts, because and this used to happen to me as well, where I used to think that accounts that have the check marks on them were the only accounts that I should be buying from. And it is partly true. Like, you can, if you want to, you can just strictly purchase from verified accounts from OpenSea. That's great. But I want you to understand as well is that the verification check mark does not come from the level of influence. It's not like Instagram, where if you are an influencer, right, of some sort, then you get that blue influencer check mark on your Instagram page. Over here, it's a little bit different. See, if you have a verified badge, that just means that you have a lot of transactions going on throughout your seller account. I mean, just take a look at this guy right here, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club, 10,000 items, 5,000 owners. The floor price is 39 Ethereums, which makes total sense as to why the volume being traded here is ridiculously high. Okay, so again, because of the amount of transactions, this seller here constantly has people buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. Therefore, the volume that's being traded is increasing rapidly. All right, so OpenSea looks at your seller account, kind of like eBay. They see your seller account, they see all the activity that is going on, and they go ahead and they increase their trust for you as a seller on their platform. All right, and of course, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is understanding the fees. I want you to understand that, look, you could be looking at, you know, NFTs that are costing anywhere from $1 to $5, $10 even, but if you are not buying when the gas fees or the miner fees are low, you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot, because the miner fees and the gas fees alone can cost you quadruple, okay, the amount that you would be paying for the NFT. So I actually made a video going over when is the best time to purchase an NFT, right, on OpenSea, and you guys can take a look at that as well. I will leave the link to that video on the description below, but I hope you guys got a lot of value from this. Again, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and hopefully this was of value to you guys, and I will see y'all on the next one. Let's go.